Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello. Sorry, I was reading this. Hi. Sorry.
She is so enthralled by Skibidi Toilet. She's watching.
I just think it's weird, but
it is very weird. It's very popular, and it's very controversial now because apparently the creator lost control of the videos about the head in the toilet that sings. Yeah. Your kids have probably talked about it like 3 years ago. Yeah, that guy. He lost control of his IP. There's a Michael Bay movie coming. They got toys in Walmart. It's a mess. So we're going to look into this and see if we can't figure out what's going on. But my understanding is in an attempt to protect his channel, he signed a deal with the devil and they took all his stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's what he's saying, apparently.
That's what he's saying. So we'll see. There's going to be a big battle over Skibidi Toilet. YouTube was using Skibidi Toilet to promote shorts. I remember at first. They're like, if everything could be Skibidi Toilet, then we'd be super rich.
Oh gosh, when YouTube's going with the CEO, it's the whole thing's Skibidi Toilet. I mean, and I don't mean that in a complimentary way.
No, it's YouTube is. Well, I just saw it today. I mean, this is side tangent here, but kind of related. There was a guy whose channel got struck for doing a 2D animation tutorial using software because they apparently viewed that as a scam, kind of like they were viewing it as a scam to get into Windows 11 without having a Microsoft account, right? Because Microsoft flagged that guy's channel or whatever was going on. This guy was just using software, and their AI flagged it as a scam. Mm-hmm. And he got a strike for it. So yeah, it's YouTube circling the drain here. So maybe this is a metaphor. Right here, we'll talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
If you want more of us, go out to more.clownfishtv.com. That's more.clownfishtv.com because, like we said, YouTube is getting flushed into this point. So this is coming from Deserto, and there's a whole thread on this. Elite Blue guy posted it, but we'll go to the article and then we'll go out and take a look here. According to Deserto's headline, Skibidi Toilet creator allegedly loses control of the series, sparking hashtag Bring Boom Back movement.
Okay.
So, Fuq Boom, that is actually his name. I love these YouTube names. Has allegedly lost creative control of the series to invisible narratives, according to claims circulating in the community and messages shared by content creator Elite Blue Guy. And we'll go out and look at that here in a minute. The company, led by CEO Adam Goodman, is also accused of taking control of the YouTube channel that publishes new episodes. Fuq Boom, real name Alexei Gerasimov, is the creator behind the Gary's Mod web series Skibidi Toilet that has generated hundreds of millions of views since 2023.
Okay.
So he signed a deal with Invisible Narratives in 2024 to develop official Skibidi Toilet projects, including a film. Fans began raising concerns in November of 2025 after Discord messages attributed to Fuq Boom suggested he was no longer involved in key decisions related to the show. We'll go out, like I said, we'll go out here in a second. Let's see if we can get the Cliff Notes version here. In these alleged messages, he wrote that he feels completely isolated from the process, saying he has not received updates or concept materials for the film. In screenshots shared by Elite Blue Guy, be careful with that, Elite Blue Guy. If they have some legalese that you're sharing screenshots from a private Discord, it might be a problem. He wrote, I have not seen any provisions. We're not involved in discussing any details, just nothing. And later added, something imprecise and blurry was described on the phone about it. I've seen bits of script and that's it. Well, okay, so we'll just stop right there. When you sign the rights to your thing over to a studio or a corporation or whatever, sometimes they have the right to just run with it and cut you out of the process completely. And that's why you got
kind of sounds like they're doing. I mean, I'm not sure, but that's what it kind of sounds like.
Yeah. And this has happened multiple times. I mean, ask, comic book creators who have been very disappointed in the film version of their comics or authors or whatever, because the Hollywood studio, unless it's in the contract, they don't have to consult the author about what they think. There have been movies made about books where the author is like, yeah, I wanted to talk to them to tell them what my book was, and they just didn't want to talk to them, right? Yeah. I mean, the same with IDW lost the rights to Gem and Boom Studios picked it up. And Christy Marks, who was the series lead, she offered repeatedly to give her 2 cents on the comics and on the live action movie, which is a disaster, whatever. She's like, they never returned my call. They weren't interested in hearing what I had.
It's ours now.
It's ours. And that's the way they look at it. They're like, we bought the rights to this thing. We will make it however we want to. See also Mary Poppins and P.L. Travers and that whole thing where she wanted to, have more say in the movie. And Walt Disney's like, tough luck, bitch.
Yeah, he didn't say it like that, but yeah.
Tuppence for you. Get the hell out of here.
So they're saying along with creative control claims, he's basically saying that he has financial stress. Someone said about him retiring, he says, I can't, I'm almost broke.
Okay. So this is, okay.
So I'm being paid out nothing.
Wow. Okay. This is the guy who made the biggest YouTube sensation in the last decade, and he's almost broke.
Well, he is, but people who are not in control of it probably aren't. So.
They're selling toys in Walmart. I don't know if they're selling toys. They have toys of Skibidi Toilet in Walmart. Does
anybody really care about Skibidi Toilet anymore, though, to be honest?
I mean, look, I'm going to be honest, and I'm not throwing shade at this guy or whatever. He won the lottery. He got a lot of attention for Skibidi Toilet. It was a viral thing. Kids were invested for, 6 months or whatever. But like so many of these viral meme things, it plays out and then kids move on to something else. And right now, I mean, it was novel when he did it. Like, wow, this is batshit crazy. I'm like, well, now AI can generate even more batshit crazy stuff than what he was making. So, you're competing with all of that. But yeah, I've heard horror stories about this all the time where it's like, you really got to be careful. You want to sign a distribution deal. Absolutely. You want to sign a marketing deal. Absolutely. But you have got to read the contract, be like, if this gives them carte blanche to do whatever the fuck they want with my IP, I mean, that's fine if they're paying for it. If they're giving you like millions and millions of dollars and you're like, I don't give a shit what happens to it, I'm going to cash out. That's fine. But it sounds like he didn't even get that. I thought maybe he cashed out.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not the way it sounds. I mean, this is why you also have a lawyer go over this stuff.
Yeah, but he sounds like he's potentially, I'm assuming from another country, because even the English is kind of broken here. So he might not have even understood what he was signing, right? So here's the thread. Okay. So
and now this is what their opinion is. We can't verify
their opinion.
This.
We can't verify this.
We're
is
just
based
discussing what they're saying. I want to make sure cover your ass.
You were covering our ass. Well, actually, I would say cover your. I mean,
especially if you're in a toilet, because you don't know where that head's gonna go.
Dear Mr. Elite Blue Guy, be very careful with posting private Discord messages because, like I said, it could be in the TOS of the Discord that you actually could be subject to legal stuff. I'm just saying. Just friendly advice here. So Invisible Narratives took it. He was sent threats about his payments, upload schedule, and a very strict NDA. Invisible are the ones who probably striked Gary's mod. So, this was insane. It was like a year or so ago. And apparently there were like other Gary's mod videos. If I remember correctly, there were other Gary's mod videos. And if you did Gary's mod, which is a game engine, if you did videos using Gary's mod, which a lot of people were doing, but like our kids used to watch Venturian Tale all the time.
Yeah.
That the Skibidi Toilet people were striking them to, keep them from doing similar videos or whatever, but they think it's this company that was actually doing it. Okay, so to follow, the company themselves also don't understand how to make Skibidi Toilet as popular, which is why Skibidi Toilet is dying now. Well, it was a fad. It was a thing that burnt off.
See also Disney.
What's weird is Annoying Orange is still a thing somehow.
Yeah,
it's
did
not
I
like
watch it?
It's not a big thing like it was before, but Annoying Orange, he still has like a Let's Play channel. He still gets millions of views. So Annoying Orange could have potentially outlasted Skibidi Toilet, which is crazy.
Potentially. It sounds like it did.
Yeah. The Fuq Boom says, I'm not being paid out on anything. He's also not giving any info on what the company's doing to the series. Okay, following on, the company was also the one who striked Gary's mod. These are the leaked screenshots of the Fuq Boom allegedly talking about Invis. Okay, so this is supposedly him. Boom expressed his frustration with something on the 10th of July, 2025. It's likely he meant this studio, okay?
But we don't know that.
We don't know that. I have no idea when the next episode will come out. That's confidential. But the way things are going, I'm unable to work the way I wanted to. The mood is not good, in particular related to work on Skibidi Toilet. All that has came to me that were not foreseen before when I made promises. I don't think that I think he's from another country. Some things are happening just now, and I can't even tell under real circumstances what's happening. When the whole future of Skibidi Toilet, my future, all that's at stake, it's the most serious it ever was. It's awful seeing that I can't share reasons and the people going mad and disappointed. I have insane amount of urge to tell people. I stop myself every time. This has to be the way it is now. I'd recommend you keep your audience entertained to start analyzing, going through fan maids as well. I want only good for you and your channel. And it's a shame I can't help much right now. Wow, he sounds like he's being like held hostage or something. But it sounds to me like he just signed a deal. They promised him the moon and he didn't read the fine print. And now he's being held hostage. So yeah, okay. So I see something happened with you and Gary's mod. Okay. Yeah, someone sent DMCA on my behalf. Okay, what happened? And Viz said that they didn't send anything recently. I don't know what happened.
So Viz said they didn't do it, but that there was a takedown, or that
there were takedowns. Yeah, I advise you to talk to Gary's mod people and clear this up before it gets big. So he's probably like, yeah, this happened too with Minecraft. We remember the change when Minecraft went mainstream. They were going through, and anybody that was selling fan made Minecraft merch, they were doing purges on Etsy and purges on Amazon, and because they hired this marketing company. And I forget who it was exactly, but they were going through and like anything that looked like something that was going to come out officially, they were going through and like striking those people, getting their stuff pulled down. And that's because, Mojang signed a deal with them, and then they just kind of ran with it. And that's because to them, it's like, hey, this is money coming out of our bank account. We have the rights now, bitch. But I mean, we remember Minecraft when it was very much a kind of like an open source thing, right? And then it just blew up, and then Microsoft got hold of it. And now you have to question whether or not it's okay to even use the font on things because they're so ridiculous about it. So that's what happened. Basically, you got sucked into the system. So Board Panda. Okay, so this is the Skibidi Alliance Discord community. Okay. Message the Invis spread in Legion's Discord about 10, or was it? Yeah, 10, 12, or 10. I'm sorry, 10 first. Yeah, in August 2024, it was always their idea. 10124. Okay, I'm not a Skibidi guy. Okay,
well,
I'm in my 40s.
The date that the toys were going to launch. They wanted people to put it in their campaigns.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a marketing thing. So let's see if there's anything else. More pictures. This is just a lot of pictures. I really would like this to be encapsulated. Last pictures of worst ones. Okay, let's jump to the end here. Boom asked to remove previous disappointment message same day. Probably threatened behind the scenes. Yeah, they'll probably say like, hey, you're making it look bad for Team Skibidi if the creator of Skibidi is out there talking shit about the people that own it now. But what concerns me more is like, look, people cash out all the time, but he's like, I didn't even get that.
Well, like, he's going on. He's like, the Viz told me there's a bit of a misunderstanding on my part, and they actually want to surprise me. That's why they weren't giving you anything. They were going to surprise you. Michael's a perfectionist and doesn't like to share pre-production on stuff.
After Transformers, who can blame him?
So I think today Michael's going to post something. I think we'll get positive. We'll get something together. I'll wait for that to happen.
Actually, most people with this project are like, why the fuck are you making a Skibidi Toilet movie with Michael Bay? Like, seriously. Yeah. So yeah, somebody reached out and said, don't do that. Boom sent me gifts suggesting he feels awful. Oh man, this sounds like, it's not definitely, bro. I'm fine. I'm extremely angry on some people who I thought were my friends and partners. Don't worry about me. So it sounds like possibly Michael Bay, friends. Okay, bro, what you do? You have to save nothing. I'm just not being paid out anything. That's the biggest issue
the
right there.
Here, yeah.
I mean, this guy was, look, I'm almost broke, dude. You can't retire happily. I'm almost broke. So he's probably waiting on this movie to come out. And I'm going to tell you what the worst case scenario is here. If we're dealing with Hollywood accounting and his deal was you're going to get a cut of whatever profit the Skibidi Toilet movie makes, and it's a Michael Bay movie and his movies make hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars, you're going to make all kinds of money. No, because they will do some Hollywood accounting and make sure that you never get your royalties.
Well, I don't think it's going to make a lot of money anyway.
I think by the time this movie comes out, since it's an internet thing it'll have burned off completely,
I think
and
it'll
there's not going
get
to be an
canceled
audience.
before it comes out.
That could happen too. So what happens then? Like, I mean, this is why you want to, in these Hollywood deals, again, friendly advice, you want to get your money up front if you can, because you don't know what's going to happen. These things can wind up in development hell for years. So you can't just be like, okay, go make a movie and we'll cash out in 10 years when the movie finally comes out, and if it turns a profit, which it most likely won't. So be like, no, bitch, I want like $50 million up front, because you don't know if you're going to get paid otherwise. If they want it bad enough, they'll pay it. I'm just saying. Skibidi, message to the haters: Skibidi Toilet isn't brain rot anymore, but will be if Invis takes over. Yeah, I guess. So our son went down the rabbit hole, and he's like, "There's all kinds of like lore and backstory and stuff with this Skibidi Toilet thing." I was like, "Damn." So yeah, for context, when Boom signed with Invisible Narratives in 2023, he was under a DMCA attack from scammers and needed a company to handle it when he focused on the series. While he focused on the series. Yeah. Okay. So Michael Bay being attached was huge. Boom loves Transformers, used to animate them, and Adam Goodman is Bay's friend. So the deal didn't look like a red flag back then. Okay. So he needed help, and they took advantage of that.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Allegedly.
I have to say that, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. So
I feel
even
like that one, but
even
go
the
back.
headlines reportedly has lost control.
I feel like that one from Squid Game right there. My boy is watching the downfall of Skibidi Toilet.
I don't like the fact that a guy who had internet fame apparently got allegedly got bent over by the Hollywood system.
Shocker.
Because this happens a lot.
So, they're not saying this, but I have to wonder, this is my opinion, would they have deliberately been the ones doing the attack on his stuff to take, to get him to sign with them?
That kind of, it sounds crazy, but that kind of shit happens.
I mean, I'm not saying they
Protect
did.
your money.
I'm just saying in my head, I'm like, I have to ask myself if that's part of it, but we don't know that.
We don't know that. I mean, this whole thing is very like, look, Skibidi Toilet is a whole thing with a whole fandom and a whole. I'm not even gonna pretend like I understand the whole thing.
I'm gonna bet that this video isn't even gonna get many views because nobody cares about Skibidi Toilet.
I don't know. The toys are just like sitting on the shelf just because you got billions of views. And that's the thing too. People don't realize with YouTube is just because you have billions of views on YouTube or whatever doesn't mean it's going to translate into real world success. See also like all the YouTuber merch that was like languishing on the shelves. I mean, so here's what's so like weird about this is we're looking at, there are multiple articles out here about it, and the messages are so cryptic that nobody seems to know what the hell is actually going on. Just that there's definitely some trouble in Skibidi land.
Yeah, but no one's really, I mean, we know that he's apparently not getting paid. He's not seeing anything. He doesn't have control of the show anymore. That's
he doesn't have any money. He seems depressed.
I'm actually understanding and following.
And it doesn't help them for and it's no offense to him or whatever, but his English doesn't seem to be the greatest. So it's like we're not really getting, and he probably can't say everything that's going on. So basically, it's like blink twice if you're okay. It sounds to me, I mean, just again, taking all this in, looking at this, look at the lay of the land. It just sounds like he signed a very, very bad deal and he has massive, massive regret about it. But we're gonna have to wait and see if these companies comment, which I think they're gonna have to. Somebody from the production is gonna have to comment because it's hitting all the media outlets now that there's trouble in Skibidi land. So we're gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.